Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today, I was way overthinking and was messing with settings I didn't even know how to mess with. Today, we are talking about I'm a lot less rich than that guy and I tip. Billionaire's son says he doesn't tip for Uber Eats, sparking debate. So as we know, there's been this heated debate with tipping and not tipping and all that. And I'm sure all of us at some point have delivered to this huge house and they didn't tip. It's not unheard of for wealthy people to not tip. That being said, I don't know what billionaire he's related to. We don't know a lot about this. I am very interested to see this. And with that said, let's get started. A viral TikTok shows an alleged billionaire son confessing that he doesn't tip for Uber Eats during an Ask Me Anything. Oh, that's interesting. Ask Me Anything. Those are for a lot of social experiments and all that. And he claims he's a billionaire son. My question is, what billionaire is your father or mother or whoever? But the fact that he doesn't tip, he shouldn't be getting his food anyway. Let him wait. It doesn't matter if you're broke or billionaire. If you don't tip, don't do the order. Very simple. The video was posted by user Jubilee, an account with 1.2 million followers whose mission is to create videos and form a movement of empathy for human good. As of Saturday, the video received about 1.9 million views. The things you do for content, huh? I'm excited to hear that this is Jubilee who's doing this social experiment. Jubilee is a non-profit organization that has been bringing out the social human aspects to things that happen throughout everyday life and putting people in situations where their human nature kind of shows. That being said, I will leave their TikTok as well as their profile in the description so you can actually follow them. I'm also going to post their YouTube channel down there because they're actually very interesting as far as how they operate. A lot of people have made reaction content on this subject. In the video, Ask Me Anything, an interviewer asks a man who Jubilee calls a son of a billionaire, how do you tip? From a driver's perspective, typically it's almost never you're getting a tip from a very wealthy person. There are two types of non-tippers as far as financial status goes. There is, I don't have a lot of money and I have all the money. There is no real in between. Usually the middle class is where you'll see the most tips because they had to really work for what they did and what they have. So therefore, they will tip because they understand and appreciate the work that goes into it. That being said, and I'm not judging this kid, but I think there's a different level of understanding if you are first generation billionaire rather than second generation. And again, that's assuming that his father or mother is first generation billionaire. They made their own wealth. I don't know what this kid did. I don't know if this kid did anything. The man, Bobby Misner, is the son of Tom Misner, founder of SAE Institute Music School. Bobby is known for his life of fast cars, beautiful girls, parties. According to a 2019 article by the Daily Mail, the Daily Mail reported that Tom is a billionaire. I'm not gonna lie. Fast cars, beautiful girls, parties. It sounds like a trust fund kid. Tom Misner, on the other hand, is a billionaire. I'm actually really interested to see how his life is in comparison to the boy. If you aren't mature enough to pay people for their own services, you're not a man, you're a boy. I think here in the US, there's very much this big tipping culture, and a lot of the time I'm like, bruh, like Uber Eats, I'm not tipping, I'm sorry, Bobby says in the video. Okay, you're a piece of garbage. There is no other way for me to describe what he said. He does not value us as drivers. He does not need his food. It's that simple. First of all, he judged the majority of drivers just with that statement alone. The fact that they are gig workers, that's disgusting. I'm disgusted. Second, suddenly, because you're from another country, you think that it's such a big deal to ask for a tip. Again, disgusting. I'm disgusted. And third, probably what I've noticed so far, this kid kid is probably the most entitled snotbag. His lifestyle says it all. Fast cars, beautiful girls, and parties. He's never done anything relevant. Could be wrong on that subject, but that's the kind of energy I'm getting from that kid. Uber Eats drivers already get paid by the company he adds. Since he already has to pay taxes and delivery fees, he says that adding a tip is too much. Then don't order on Uber Eats. Get your own damn food. Get a sandwich. Oh, no. That's not true. You're a billionaire. Get someone to make a sandwich for you. It's like, bruh. I'm not made of money, Bobby says. I'm not just like giving it out. Again, you don't have to order on Uber Eats. Now, and we're not asking you to give out money. We're expecting to be compensated for the service that we are providing. That just shows you have no understanding of the actual business model. Now, I will notate something that I feel like is going to be misconstrued. Because he's the son of a billionaire really, there's this misconception that automatically means this individual will just be spilling money everywhere, and that's just how he is. And maybe that's the case for the son of a billionaire. Again, beautiful girls, fast cars, and parties. That's definitely among the roster of things that could be there. But one of the things that I think a lot of people miss is becoming wealthy or financially independent is not just about offense, the ability to make more money. It's about defense, the ability to hold on to said money. If you make $1 million and you spend $1 million, you are less wealthy than the guy who makes $50,000 and spends $40,000. It's just a fact. Now, the problem is people look at his lifestyle being fast cars, beautiful girls, and parties and overlook that. So there is a level of financial intelligence in there, but there's no empathy in there. The interviewer responds by trying to explain why tipping is important for delivery drivers. She said she once tried working for Postmates to see how it was and realized the drivers barely make minimum wage from the company. Right, Bobby says. Well, first off, to the person that tried Postmates. Postmates was always considered the worst at the time. Now Postmates is now owned by Uber Eats, and we all have the big three. Yeah, as far as base pay, we're barely paid minimum wage, if that, which is why there is such a movement for no tip, no trip. That's why tipping culture is a thing. I feel like a lot of people miss that. I feel like a lot of people who criticize tipping culture miss that point. I would suggest you can try doing an Uber Eats just to see what it feels like an interview tells him. That would be a fun thing to watch. There are videos out there that are like, what happens when a millionaire's or a billionaire's kid actually gets stripped of everything they have and has to start doing work. Watching the entitlement of these people, it's a trip within itself. Bobby's comments sparked debate among viewers. Several called out his "I'm not made of money" comment. You knew that was coming, especially from the son of a billionaire. Like I said, it's not just about offensive making money, it's about defensive keeping it. That is my position. Let's see what everyone else is saying. "I'm not made of money." Sure, one viewer commented on the TikTok. "I'm not made of money, son of a billionaire," another viewer commented. Another viewer said, "I'm not made of money." You literally are. Technically, his dad's made of money. He's not made of anything. Again, I don't know what he does for work. Maybe his dad gives him absolutely nothing. Who knows? There's a common misconception like, oh, suddenly the parents make so much money. Who knows if they actually give their kids anything? Some viewers said that they always tip their drivers despite having much less money than the billionaire's son, which again, I do that as well. I believe that tip should be $5 or 20%. There's no in between. I'm a lot less rich than that guy, and I tip on Uber Eats, one user said. One user wrote, "I have like no money, and I tip over 20% every time." Well, first of all, to both of these people, regardless of how much you tip, thank you so much for being the type of people that actually tip their drivers. Are you telling me I tip more than the son of a billionaire? Yes. But again, most people who are wealthy don't actually tip their drivers. How many times have you delivered to a big house and the tip is literally zero? Other viewers said customers shouldn't order delivery if they can't afford to or just won't tip. That's my argument. I always believe if you're not going to be the type of person to tip, you don't have to order on these platforms. You can either go get it yourself, which is 100% fair, or you can make a sandwich. Don't buy if you can't tip. The audacity of trying defending it is baffling, one TikToker commented. So true. So true. If you have enough money to order food to your home, then you have enough money to tip. One commenter read, the rich are the least empathetic people on the planet. I feel like the more money you make, the more you get exposed to certain types of people, you become more jaded on the subject of human interaction. The other day, I made a video about how Elon Musk's ex-wife ended up getting sued. And after an experience like that, I wouldn't be surprised if they just don't like people at some point, if they're just unempathetic. I'm not even a rich person. I would challenge myself in saying I am struggling with empathy at the moment. When I see someone who's in customer service, who is working every day, I see people who aren't doing their job, not doing the basic tasks of their job. I've done what they've done. I've been where they've been. It's not like you can challenge me with the argument of, oh, if you did it for a day, you can understand. No, I've done what you've done. I've been where you've been. I've been in your exact situation wearing your exact shirt. I have no choice but to feel like, really? Because you want to know what happened when I was working in jobs like that? The people who were lazy and weren't doing anything were the ones getting promoted, were the ones who were smoking in the back, coming back high, and all of that stuff. The most frustrating part of all that is when if someone who I would define as somebody who was working hard, doing more, going the extra mile, always early, leaving late, everything, when I asked for a raise or a promotion, I was told no, but we appreciate you. And then I started realizing my work ethic is going to waste working for people I don't want to work for. And again, this went on a totally different tangent than it should have, but I do understand where certain levels of empathy start to dwindle away because your experiences are literally changing your perspective. I believe it was Mark Twain that said, the more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. The full Jubilee interview with Bobby Misner can be viewed on YouTube. I'm going to link the video in the description. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None you pay me. There you go. I think it is common knowledge amongst gig workers that wealthy people don't tip as well as people in the middle class. People who don't have a lot of money don't tip either, but that's a totally different conversation. There's a lot of debate on the subject of whether tipping is a thing and whether it should be done. There are certain services that need it and certain services that don't. I think Jubilee did a very interesting video on this subject. I like how they brought out such a prominent thing that has been happening throughout the gig economy for years. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.